70 players made it through the harrowing bloodbath that was Squid Game Season 2, but only one can walk away with the prize in Season 3. From violent thugs and shameless debtors to emotionally torn sons and selfless mothers, every remaining contestant has a story. But who has what it takes to outwit, outlast, and outlive the others? Here's a breakdown of every major contender in Season 3, ranked by their likelihood to win, from the least likely to the one who might just beat the game. Let's begin with one of the most physically intimidating players left standing, Player 124, Namu. From the moment he entered the arena, Namu made his presence known not with strategy or kindness, but brute force and fear. A textbook bully, he targeted the weakest players, picking fights just to flex his dominance. His closest ally? Thanos, one of the game's most feared and vicious contestants. While Thanos was the blade, Namu was always right beside him, nodding in approval. Together, they created a storm of terror. When Sammy tried to escape death, it was Namu who delivered the final blow after MSU failed to save her. He didn't have to kill her, he wanted to. That single moment turned every remaining player against him. And when Thanos was later killed, Namu lost not just a friend, but his only shield. Those he hurt, like Minu and Lee Yonggi, are still alive, and they remember. Namu has raw power, but in a game where alliances mean everything, he's completely alone. Unless every more hated figure dies first, his chances of winning are nearly zero. Then comes Player 100, Zhongdae, a man who doesn't shout, doesn't flinch, and certainly doesn't beg. He's calm, calculating, and terrifyingly composed. Zhongdae holds the largest debt in the entire game, 10 billion won, and flaunts it like a badge of honor. While others were terrified and desperate to leave, he was one of the most vocal in urging the group to continue. He opposed Gun's early attempts to vote the game down, declaring, "Let's make money," with a grin that unsettled many. His cold, shameless demeanor has sparked fan theories suggesting he might be a former VIP who lost everything. Whether true or not, his unshakable nerve makes him dangerous. But the same confidence that gives him power also makes him a pariah. He's distrusted, disliked, and seen as the face of greed. Unless complete chaos becomes the strategy, Zhongdae's chances of winning are slim. Player 044, Seo Ono, is unlike anyone else left in the game. A self-proclaimed shaman, she claims to see the future and speak to spirits. But her cryptic warnings and dramatic behavior have only alienated her. During the six-legged pentathlon, she froze in the Penjichigi round, nearly costing her group the win. In a brutal moment, Cho Hyunwoo slapped her across the face to snap her out of it and physically dragged her to finish the task just in time. After being abandoned by her group, Seo Ono voted to continue the games and made it a point to stare down those who had left her, promising miserable, excruciating deaths. It wasn't just a threat, it was a curse. She's still alive, but entirely alone. Unless fear itself keeps people from challenging her, her chances of winning are close to none. Then there's Player 007, Park Yong-sik, whose journey is marked not by violence or betrayal, but by heartbreak. Yong-sik joined the game to pay off his gambling debts, not realizing that his own mother, Player 149 Yonggamja, had already entered the arena to do the same. For him, their reunion was raw and painful. Initially embarrassed and dismissive, Young-sik's world shifted during round 3, the mingle game. He, his mother, and another player scrambled to find partners. As two strangers grabbed him and pulled him into a room, Yonggamja was left behind, seconds from elimination. Young-sik believed she was gone, crushed by guilt. But miraculously, she survived, thanks to Gun and Young-il dragging her into a room in the final moments. When she returned, she didn't blame her son. She stood by him. Still, Young-sik is emotionally raw and unstable. He's not playing for the prize, he's playing for redemption. That makes him dangerous, but also vulnerable. His chances of winning? Very low, unless he starts thinking like a survivor, not a son. Next is a player whose silence has cost lives, but who may still have what it takes to win. Player 125, Minu, is soft-spoken, hesitant, and constantly seeking protection. Early on, he latched onto stronger players, especially Sammy. But that alliance shattered during the Mingle game. Thanos forced them into a game of rock, paper, scissors for a spot in a locked room. Sammy reached out, desperate. Minu hesitated, picked wrong, and watched her get left behind. She survived, barely, but her eyes told the story: betrayal. Later, when the group voted whether to continue or stop, Minu had a chance to redeem himself. Thanos and Namu pressured him to continue the bloodshed. This time, Minu stood with Sami. But his defining moment, and his greatest failure, came during the dormitory riot. Namu attacked Sammy with a fork. Minu, frozen in fear above, threw a bottle to stop him. He missed. She died. He watched. His tears meant nothing. She was gone. Yet somehow, Minu is still here. He's learned the cost of hesitation, and if he finally finds his courage, he might just be a dark horse. His chances of winning, higher than anyone else so far. But then there's player 149, Yong Gamja, the mother. She didn't come for money. She came to save her son. Without knowing he was already inside, she entered the game to pay off his debt. During the Mingle game, the two were separated. Her nearly left to die, him spiraling with guilt. But Gamja is made of steel. Tough, blunt, and fiercely compassionate, she comforted weaker players, defended the vulnerable, and even gave up her food to a pregnant woman, saying, "You're eating for two now. Come on, they're eggs. They're really good when you're pregnant." She once smuggled a knife into the dorm, hidden in her hairpin, just in case. Before the vote, she begged her son to walk away, take the money, start over. He refused, and for the first time, she went silent. Her chances of winning? Moderate. But she's not here to win. She's here to make sure her son survives, even if she doesn't. The next player might still have what it takes to win, but after everything he's been through, he's not sure he deserves to. Player 388, Kong Di-ho, checks every box. A former Marine with sharp instincts and quiet strength, he should be one of the most dangerous players in the game. And for a while, he is. In the early rounds, he leads with discipline and courage. During Ganbu, when most hesitate, Di-ho steps forward and volunteers himself. "I can do Ganbu," he says, recalling a childhood spent playing the game with his 4 older sisters. It's not just confidence, it's calm, focused strategy. He backs up Gun's group, stays morale, and holds the line, even when tragedy strikes. When Youngmi dies during the Mingle game, Di-ho doesn't sugarcoat it. "There wasn't enough time," he says, recognizing her sacrifice for what it was. A calculated move that saved 6 lives. But when the rebellion against the game begins, Di-ho collapses. Rushing back to the dorms to grab ammo, he finds himself alone, surrounded by bodies. The trauma overtakes him. He hides under a bed, whispering apologies into the darkness. By the time Yeonju finds him, it's clear. This isn't cowardice. It's trauma. He doesn't return to the fight. And maybe that's what saves him. His odds remain solid if the next games test memory, not muscle. But in a world built on fear, Kong Di-ho's past may yet pull him under. The next player isn't trained to survive, but she's already endured more than most ever will. Player 120, Cho Hyunju, didn't join the games to win. She joined to survive long enough to become herself. Once a respected staff sergeant in the military, Hyunju lost everything after beginning her gender transition. Her family cut ties. The military discharged her. Her debt spiraled out of control, but she didn't give up, and she never went back. In the 6-legged Petlon game, she carried her team, coaching Youngmi, slapping Seo back into focus, and quietly clearing her own round when no one was watching. Just as she wanted, even through pain, Hyunju stayed composed. After voting to continue the game, her group began to crumble, but instead of hiding, she told the truth. "I want to go to Thailand," she said. "I'll play one more, then I'll go there and finish my transition." Her debt, her dream, her life. She wasn't playing to win the game. She was playing to make it out alive and finally live in peace. And when Youngmi called her beautiful, the tears came. When the rebellion broke out, Hyunju didn't hesitate. She picked up a weapon, taught others how to use theirs, and led with steady resolve. Even when things fell apart, she didn't abandon her teammates. She's not here to be a hero. She's here to survive and build the life she's always deserved. Her chances of winning? Solid, because she's not just fighting the game. She's fighting for the right to exist. The next player risked everything to save her, and if he's still alive, he might just be the biggest wild card of all. Player 246, Park Gang-seok, didn't enter the game for glory. He entered to save his daughter. A quiet artist with nothing left, Gang-seok joined the Squid Game to pay for his daughter Nayeon's leukemia treatment. No scams, no schemes. Just a father willing to do anything to keep his child alive. During Mingle, he saved both Hyunju and Youngmi, dragging them into a room seconds before the chaos erupted. They called him Prince Charming. "This man saved us," they said. "Thank you so much." But Gang-seok didn't want praise. "Don't thank me," he told them. "They saved me." After Youngmi's death, he stayed close to Hyunju, and when Gun's rebellion began, he stood firm, following orders, firing back, holding his ground. But when it all fell apart, Gang-seok dropped his weapon and begged for mercy. "Wait, please don't shoot. I have a sick daughter at home." The camera never showed what happened next. Maybe he died, maybe he didn't. But if he's still alive, his reason to win is stronger than most. His chances? Unknown. But if he's in Season 3, he's not just playing to survive. He's playing for someone still waiting for him. And then there's player 333, Lee Mong-gi, a man not just trying to survive, but trying to earn back the trust of the person he hurt most. Once a crypto influencer known as MG Coin, Mong-gi hyped digital currencies to millions, until Dalmatian Coin collapsed, wiping out 15.2 billion won. Mong-gi vanished, leaving behind angry investors, criminal charges, and his pregnant ex-girlfriend, Jun-hee. When they crossed paths again inside the games, she wanted nothing to do with him. But when enemies came for him, Mong-gi didn't run. He fought back and killed Thanos with a fork. Self-defense, but still, bloody. Something in him changed after that. He stayed by Jun-hee's side, protected her when it counted. Even when she questioned his motives, he remained. And when the vote came, he chose to leave. For her. But some habits die hard. As soon as things calmed down, he was pitching new investments. "There's this crew of stockbrokers I know," he said. "Their returns broke 100% last month." Jun-hee's response was cutting. "Pay off your debts with your own damn money. I'm going to raise our child." That's Mong-gi, always scheming, always thinking 5 steps ahead, even when it ruins him. He's unpredictable, untrustworthy, but loyal in his own way. And when pushed, he's far more dangerous than he looks. His chances of winning? Moderate, but rising. The next player isn't here to win. He's here to burn the entire system to the ground. Player 456, Seong Gi-hun, won once, and it ruined him. He walked away with blood money, lost his mother, and spent years haunted by what he saw. In Season 2, he returned, not to play, but to end the game. From red light, green light to Mingle, he protected players like Yeonju and Daeo, urged votes to end the games, and eventually led a full-blown revolt. But it ended in failure. The guards overpowered them. The front man confronted him directly. "Did you have fun playing the hero?" he asked. Gi-hun watched his best friend, Park Yong-bai, die. Gun was left standing, shattered and furious. Gi-hun didn't return to survive. He came back to destroy. His chances of winning? Complicated, but dangerously high. If anyone can take down the Squid Game from the inside, it's him. And then there's the final player. One who isn't just playing to survive. She's playing for two. Player 222, Kim Jun-hee, is pregnant, scammed by her ex, abandoned by family, no money, no home, no choice. She entered the Squid Game because she had nowhere else to go. From the beginning, she kept her pregnancy hidden, eating eggs quietly and watching everything around her. "It's not what you think," she'd say, staying out of drama and building trust with the right people. Gun let her into his team. Hyunju protected her. Even Mong-gi, her ex, the man who ghosted her, tried to redeem himself. But Jun-hee never forgot why she was there. During Mingle, she stayed calm while chaos erupted. During the riot, she warned Mong-gi to hide somewhere when the lights go out, she whispered. And whatever happens, don't get involved. Alone in a bathroom stall, sobbing, she wasn't crying for herself, she was crying for the baby. She doesn't fight, she doesn't lead, but she endures, she survives. And in Korean cinema, killing a pregnant woman is almost taboo. In a show where almost nothing is off limits, that might be the one line they won't cross. Her chances of winning? Higher than anyone else. She's not just a player, she's a symbol of what's still worth saving. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon for more interesting videos like this.